Hi, I'm Mike Spear, Director of Corporate Communications for Genome Alberta, and I'm here to give you a quick tour via a Jing video of our wires function within the genomics application. Genomics is what we like to call a 24-hour science newsroom, and it's located at facebook.genomealberta.ca. And like any good newsroom, genomics has a series of featured stories or headlines, such as these ones here. It also has various sub-stories or stories that perhaps are a couple of days old, so don't necessarily make it up to the featured story, or sometimes we just don't have room in the feature section. So as you scroll down, you'll see those other stories. However, like any other good newsroom, what we also have is what we call a wires function. Now the wires function are the unedited or unfiltered stories as they come into the genomics application. And what we've done is subscribe to a series of RSS feeds. Right now there's 15 of them in there, but we're adding to it all the time. We also monitor these feeds on a regular basis to make sure they haven't gone stale and that they're still working and that there's still some quality to them. So these RSS feeds are automatically displayed within the wires function on genomics. And as you scroll down, you can see a variety of stories, and what it gives you is a quick one-liner, as well as the headline, shows when it actually appeared. So in this case, we have some stories that are only an hour old, a couple of hours old, and you'll often see stories that are only a few minutes old. So it's essentially news as it is published out to the web. There is a bit of a lag at times, but for the most part, this will allow you to stay ahead of everything. So for instance, if you subscribe to Genome Web Daily News, if you receive a weekly digest of science stories or even a daily digest of science stories and information in your field, this will, or at least has the potential to replace many of those feeds, many of those digests, many of those collections of stories, because they're all sitting here within the genomics wire section. And if you see a story within there and you say, gee, it would be nice to share this with other people, or I think it's an important story that should be featured, you can just take a quick look at it, and like any other genomic story, you have an opportunity to actually do something with it. So one of your options is to publish it to genomics. And this allows you to annotate the story, perhaps provide a recommendation or something along those lines. So by clicking on that Publish to Genomics button, Genomics automatically pulls in a headline. It pulls in a few lines from the story itself, any images that are associated with the story, and you're ready to go. So perhaps you know this is a good story, and you can say, good story from Science Daily. You can choose one of the pictures that goes with the story. So in this case, we'll choose that one. It will automatically insert it in the story. Perhaps you have a video yourself, or you have found a good video on YouTube that you think might be related to this. You just click Add a Video Clip, and you can either put in the URL for it or embed it. You can put in some tags. And you can also choose to post it to your Facebook wall, though that isn't a necessity. And then you just click Post Stories, and it will create the story for you. The other option, if you're in a bit of a hurry or you don't really feel you have anything to add, is to, within the wires function, is to look at the story and say, okay, I have an idea. I think this story should be published, but I don't have time, so I'll just say Quick Post. And what genomics will automatically do is search through the story and quickly post it for you, and then take it off the list. Now if we go back to the home page, there is the story all published out, and what it has done is added an image from the story that was associated with it. It's put in a few lines to summarize the story, and it's all set to go. And from here you could, if you wanted, tweet the story to your Twitter account, or you could share it through your Facebook wall, or whatever other ways you'd like to share it. And there you go. That's a quick tour of the wires function within genomics.